Hey everybody, Adam Silverman here from Mealtime the Show. Hope you're doing great. Today I want to talk about some of the top 5 website design and user experience trends that are occurring now as of about the beginning of 2025. So I want to show you some examples of some things that are going on out there that might be useful. And it's really important to kind of talk about like, why do we follow the trends? And the reason to follow the trends is largely because the way that websites get designed flow directly to what users are physically doing with websites and research and what converts and what allows the most traffic and all these kind of things get kind of like worked out through the year. And then what ends up happening the following years, we have these trends that kind of evolve out of that. And that's what makes websites work more and more efficiently over time. So one big first trend is what we would call like immersive or visual enhancements. And so immersive is stuff like what we see on this Toyota website here, where we've got, the video, like the big video showing this particular Land Cruiser in action. You've got interactive elements down here where you can like change the color and you can drag and move the exterior of the vehicle around. So if you're looking at buying this, it makes it really easy for you to kind of see how the whole thing works. You notice down here, there's more media, there's more, internal pictures, and then there you can go to exterior. It's very interactive. You can do a lot of things on here and get kind of a picture of what this vehicle is all about. They've also got stuff like this that's kind of like these 3D immersive animations that show you particulars about the vehicle, how the four-wheel drive works, etc. And, obviously photography has always been important, but just as all this goes on, you start to see more and more how it's become this immersive experience. You can do lots of things on this website, including, go to actually build your own vehicle if you want to. Not that I'm looking at these. I might be looking at these. This might get me in trouble with my wife, but that's besides the point. So, but this is a really cool, a really cool way of working, a website with all these really neat kind of internal immersive things. So another really cool kind of component here is looking at AI and ways that AI potentially can be leveraged to personalize something for you. And so North Face is a really good example of this. So, their website is nice and it's very easy to find what you're looking for, by category and all the things. Like, generally speaking, this is a really nice website. But if you're not sure what you're looking for, I basically went up here and said, can you help me find a jacket? And they said, yeah, to find the right jacket, okay, I'm looking for a men's jacket. I'm sorry. Probably have to restart it because I started doing this earlier. Let me reload real quick here. I was playing with this to kind of see how it worked. So if I pop this up and I say, can you help me find a men's jacket for farming? I'm going to say, yeah, I'm looking for men's. And it's going to take me to the jackets page. Now, ways that this could be, I'm already there. Oh, there we go. Ways that this can be worked on and improved. It's like, I'm actually looking for a women's jacket. You can tell this thing something. This is a very basic version of this, but we've seen some other versions around as well where you can configure products based on AI. So you can tell it'll run you through series of questions and then make product recommendations. But the use of this inside of here is nice. If you're like, I don't know, if you're having trouble navigating or whatever, you can kind of look through there and be like, I'll see, just see if it answers anything. No. So this is not the greatest use of this, but it'll eventually connect you to an agent. But you can kind of get an idea of, and they'll have all this chat history and everything, but you can get an idea of how the AI gets leveraged inside of here based on what you're looking for. And overall, like, this is a really nice website. Another big trend is like what's called minimalism with a twist. And so minimalism with a twist is where you're minimalistic in the overall approach. There's lots of white space. The navigation is very easy to see and understand. But there's this really cool factor of video and animation going on around the scenes. So you can see as you're scrolling, this whole website moves. So as you're moving, these these move. There's a lot of movement in here, but you still get an idea of what's going on. There's still plenty of copy, you know, and it's not distracting movement. It's just movement and interactive movement. Cause as you roll out, these are all clickable items. So you can click on those things. You've got video playing to show video. I mean, there's some really nice stuff in here, but it's all minimal in the sense that there's lots of open space. It's not hard to see things. It's really easy to navigate, but it's got some really nice movement. So you can see here again, there's like this kind of animation, this video going on. There's movement in all these sections, but you can still go through and, look at all the things you want to look at. This is a nice FAQ, and then internal linking to other things. So this gets to be a little bit much, but you get the idea that there's like this overall, it's a minimalist website, but there's this trend up, there's this really cool stuff, and there's these things moving around, animating in, changing, but it's not annoying. This is really well done. Another big push here would be accessible design. And so accessible design, and I use our website as an example of that. But if you look down here, we utilize accessibility, but being able to, click and have it make accessibility changes to this website is really nice. Now, I always tell people, is this going to stop you from being sued on ADA law? No, probably not. I mean, you can be sued no matter what you do or don't do with the website. The deal with this is another layer of protection. So you build sites with good contrast, with things that you can read, with all the things, and then you enhance it by putting, these kind of options on the site. So, is this end all be all? No, but it does a really good job of giving you some option. And the deal with ADA compliance is it's really there to be an inclusive environment. It's meant to be inclusive for everyone to be able to interact with your site. And so ADA compliance and ADA friendly websites are really important. And it's not just about law so much as it also is about like potentially losing consumers. I mean, we could have a visually impaired or seizure prone or ADHD person on our site and it just bothers them. So, makes it hard for them to use. And theoretically, like if we didn't have the ability for them to make changes, we could lose business. It's more likely for e-commerce or government or nonprofits, places where you're likely to have lots and lots of people that might have those kinds of disabilities visiting your site. It becomes a much bigger deal. But I think it really is a thing for the whole world to kind of be looking at. And then finally, there's the focus continues to grow on mobile. More and more people are navigating mobile. When responsive web design started, I remember, that you'd probably have, 15% of your traffic was on the phone, and now it's like 60 or 80 or, it's continuing to rise up. So Stripe does a really good job of still doing some neat animation like things here, like this stuff, which is really cool. They're interactive. You can click or touch these things and it actually will take you to the thing you're looking at. But you see these nice little fade ins. The spacing is really nice. Like if you look at Stripe, the spacing here matches the spacing here, matches the spacing here. It's very well done and it works really well with mobile. You can see if I was touching this, I can scroll through that stuff. There's little fade ins that happen. You got to scroll, a swipe here that you can swipe. It's the swiping and the interacting with this website that makes it so nice. Still some animations, still some neat things going on down in here, more swipes. See, the more swiping the side to side, the more features you can kind of get in there without having to keep scrolling. But it's a huge website, so there's a ton of stuff in here, particularly on this page, but you get the idea. It's all the ability to use this thing on mobile, the nice animations that come in, they keep your attention, and then, make it easy for you to kind of see what you want to see. It keeps your attention because there's all these nice little like immersive animations, but you have to be careful with that stuff because you can do it. And then on mobile, you can have a mess, from not from, where you've got too much going on and then mobile becomes like, I don't know what I'm looking at. They've done a really good job of consistent user experience on this website. It's very nicely done. So those are kind of five of the things that we're seeing becoming major trends. Largely it's in the user experience, which in the past couple of years has seemed to get downplayed a little bit in our industry, but it's coming back and becoming ultra important that you've got really nice user experience. Google definitely wants to know what websites keep people's attention, keep them there. And if your user experience is junky, they won't stay because there's not going to be anything of value there. If your user experience is great, then it creates a world where people stay on that site. And that's a signal to Google that someone clicked to your site and stayed there. And that's really what you're looking to have happen here. So, there's implications in marketing all over the place with how all this stuff is set up. But those trends, like having the cool media, having the videos, having the interactive or the galleries that have, if you look here, just these little things like where you can, pop up and get more info. It's an immersive experience. And trust me, I've spent a lot of time on the Toyota website looking at this Land Cruiser, but it's really cool how much you can get. Like, I feel like if I went to drive this car, I would know everything there was to know about how this car is set up and the options and all the things without ever having to go to the dealer. I know that I like this vehicle. I know that this is a cool car and I'd be really interested in driving this. And so for Toyota, if somebody's in the market for a vehicle, having this type of experience makes this car look cool. It makes it look fun. It makes it look like what you're advertising, and all of that plays together with a sale. So by doing a great job here, they could attract someone like me to their dealership looking to buy a $60,000 to $80,000 product. Now that thing works even if it's a $50 product or a recurring $30 subscription. It doesn't matter. If it's immersive and people are interested and they keep digging, they stay there. And the longer they stay there, the more likely we are to be able to capture them. And then the more likely you are to be able to market to those people. So that these trends that we're seeing, the immersion, the AI, the simplicity work, the ADA compliance, the mobile, views, the mobile responsive vibe on websites, getting that stuff working right is definitely going to be key in 2025 to converting and your website doing a job for your business. Hope this helps. Hope this is useful for you guys. And let us know if you have feedback, comments, or if you need help. We're happy to help. Thanks.